Hey, everybody at YouTube. This is Master Lady Kira Raa. I think you're seeing me right now. I'm watching two screens at once because I have honestly never done this before. So I just want to begin by sharing with you, thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up and being at what I think is going to be the first of a lot of these unannounced, unscripted types of broadcasts that I'm excited because I was sitting here thinking and working and writing and thought to myself, wait a minute, why am I not just talking to you right now in real time? And whether you're catching this in real time or whether I'm time stamping this in as I am right now, this is really a moment. And I thank you. If you are the one that is to be here now, thank you. Thank you for knowing, and thank you for honoring your ascended presence. I mean, for just being here, whether you randomly found this, whether this is your first moment connecting with this YouTube channel and with me, Master Lady Kira Raa, because what I'm aware of right now is that we are at an extraordinary moment where the erase itself in this time out of time sequencing is so important to talk about that I had to just drop it all and be here with you now. And I first want to thank you and relax into this moment with me and catch you up. So the past few days, I have been really just as like a lot of you, right? How have the past few days been for you? You know, moving into this full moon, which is the energy that this broadcast is being brought forward in. But the past few days, there have been extraordinary events, some of them shocking, some of them surprising, but all of them are part of the fact that we're in this, remember, time out of time moment. So in this time out of time moment, we are also in May where the effect is very much like a strobe light. And I'm going to go ahead and show that to you right now because I want you to really feel that. And if you look at, and this is, of course, the calendar that I put out, the visual art, you can get this at 𝐟𝐸𝐵𝐾.com. Go get the 2024 Mastery Planner. It's on our homepage. But if you look at May right now, look at the eyes and look at that was that new moon. Then we had that Mercury retrograde that just went boom. And now today, right now today, in the energy of this full moon, we are being given the opportunity to bring forward the greater choice, the choice to let go of the addiction to the cell phone, the way that we interact with it. I'm not saying this is a never use your cell phone moment again, but what I am saying is that I'm going to share with you right now, step by step, literally get a pencil, write it down, share this video with your friends, because I had to go run and get supplies. I did it for myself. The moment right now that is gripping as this full moon, this flower moon, where right all the beautiful seeds are coming forward and all the blossoms are out there. Right now, this energy is pumping an illuminating beam in a time out of time sequence, which began in April, May, and June, where the way I want to describe it is we're in a freeze frame. So consider that. Take your favorite movie, right? Go to a Matrix moment, right? And freeze frame. And in that freeze frame, you have conscious awareness of all the players. Everything's being revealed. All the pieces are moving. Everything is lining up for you right now. And here's the simultaneous blessing and curse or trap of this, because everything has both sides. Remember, I am here as the sea of neutrality. I am emergence itself, as are you. I am a unified field. And so in that energy right now, as you are gazing at this time out of time moment, as you are seeing all these pieces, everything's going to go click, 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 click from this moment forward until we wind up in June. So today, what made me stop everything and actually risk doing this, and I hope this is working, and I hope you're leaving comments for each other and whatever, but you need to know about what's going on. So I'm going to bring you back to 2023, and if you are at official 𝐟𝐸𝐵𝐾 over at YouTube, you might have seen this video already, and if you haven't, go see it. If you haven't seen it recently, visit it again. So this is the erase, erase, erase. And the reason we call that is because I'm going to show you the technique again right now. But with this addiction, notice that when this came out in 2023, this is the original trance diagram. And what I'm really finding fascinating is it was May 7th. And here we are at May 23, right? We are 1 year later. I mean, it's surreal. And as I was noticing these past 48 hours, I was noticing an increase in an attempt of third dimensional fields of depression and distraction and really everything setting itself up, and all of the energy that would coagulate that would do that. And while holding multidimensional presence and awareness around that in the 5 medicines that spin, I was having a hard time holding that. So if you look here at this graphic, the ultimate mind control enters through the center top of the eye. And you see those little arrows there, those are all of the different frequencies that are bombarding you. But I want you to really pay attention to the red line, the one in the middle, because the one in the middle is the addiction, and it's the one that controls the brain. So I want you to watch the red. It goes in, it starts to spin in the eye, right there behind the ear, goes straight down and wraps around the spinal cord. And so what that is the energy that's basically saying to you, hey, what's happening here? Hey, why am I feeling this way? And so looking at your cell phones right now, and if you're watching me on a cell phone, cool, but I want to learn this technique because it's how you interface with the devices. And by the way, this crosses all devices. Even I do not own a cell phone. I've been forced to use one on the past 48 hours. And what I now know the gift was knowing this to teach you. So I want to begin by reminding you that what I just showed you was that it's entering right here at the top of the eye. Okay, so it's going right in at the top of the eye, and then it's coming straight. So you want to think like a pair of straight glasses, right? Straight right here to the top of the ear, where it wraps around. It's like a device, right? So imagine it's coming straight in through the center of the eye, coming right out here, wrapping around like a device, and then it goes around the full ear. And what's important, let me see if I can make this happen for you. Okay. And what's important is it goes right to the side of the neck on both sides. And this is the final sweep. It's that sweep on the side of the neck, because that's where it's wrapping around. And it's basically doing this to you. It's basically got a cord on your ability to hold the gift, hold all that you are. So when you become aware of this, and whether you're aware of it or not, maybe just humor, do this, try this. The first thing that I was clear on was to get any kind of salt. So this is just, good old fashioned Himalayan pink sea salt. And I mean, not a lot, guys, like, a nice crystal salt, right? You see what I got here? It's that, soft or whatever. And what you want to do is dance it into one hand. You see how I'm dancing it in? Because all these electromagnetic frequencies that are all over you right now, and you see those pretty little crystals there, right? So you want to dance it on your hands, and then put the other hand on top, prayer position, begin rubbing, and then just continue rubbing. It feels so good, right? It's just a little bit. It's just a little bit. And what you're doing is you are literally cleansing. I'm actually going to be keeping this by my desk here right now, because I've got a 49-inch monitor right here. So I use this. Now I will. And then when I was in my bathroom doing this, I clearly heard, and you're going to feel the way that you feel better. You'll start feeling things releasing. So after you've done that, I happen to have some of this beautiful amber attar that I bought over in India waiting for me. And I'm like a couple drops, okay, like that. And smooth, bring it back in, really feel it in your hands, really feel that in your hands, rub it in. And if you don't have any essential oil you like, even a drop of cooking oil, a drop of olive oil, it doesn't matter. But whatever it is, you want to just a little bit and just enough to really just offer yourself the smoothness. And it really brings like a barrier in on this beautiful neutral. This is like a reset energy, right? So after you've done that and you feel really good about that, now we're going to do the erase, erase, erase. So before you do it, you're going to take your thumb and your middle finger, and you're going to just do what I call touch release, right? So touch release, touch release, touch release. And let's bring it down to the heart. Touch release, touch release, touch release, touch release. And now remember, this is starting right there. I'm going to close my eyes. We're going to take those middle fingers, starting right there. Remember, it's right at the top of the eye, right in the middle. You're going to feel it. And then we go ahead and we pull them straight, pull your hands straight, 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 both at the same time to the top of the ear, very top of the ear. We're going around the ear, and then we're coming to the back of the neck where you're meeting in the back of the neck and cleansing it out. We're going to do that 2 more times. All right. So we're going to start right here. You're going to bring it right over to the ear and around, and you're going to cleanse it out. And you're going to do it 1 more time, starting up here and around, cleanse it out. Breathe. Now, the reason that it's so important we're together right now after you've just done that is, first of all, notice what you're noticing. You might notice some energy right here. It's really important to understand what has been happening is that through the frequencies of this extraordinary heightened addiction, what I have discovered over the past 48 hours is that this addiction comes in as little as about 30 hours of consistent use. Meaning any device, any singular device, whether it's a computer, whether it's an iPad, whether it's a cell phone, it matters not, whatever it is. If you are in about a 30 to 36 hour window with the same device, constantly interacting through a sense of communication, utilizing this platform, then you have invited in, because remember, it can't get passed unless it's invited. You have invited in the addiction. Now, here are some symptoms, right? Because I was really looking at this. So symptom number 1, you're ruminating or thinking about all your chats. You might have however many chats going on at once, and you're just addicted to the chat, who's calling you next and who's doing what. And so there's this, it becomes an obsessive experience where you're making decisions that are occupying your creative time, because you're over here and there's all these things that are bombarding you. So all of what's happening is that you're being manipulated in a field of fear, because this frequency, this addiction frequency, is right there in alignment with the planetary thought body of fear. And that's why it's so profound, because it seeks to keep you in that experience of energy. This is why I don't carry a cell phone. And it was really good for me to touch in for these past 30 hours. And the other thing that happens is that you notice that your productive moments are being limited by the distractions of what's happening on the phone, whether it's games, apps, chats, email, whatever it is. And it's okay. That's what I want you to hear that as I'm sharing this with you right now. This isn't about, put your phone down, but I do invite you to do that. I invite you to take, even if it's just 1 hour a day, and you pick the hour and you put the phone down and declare your freedom. Now, what does declaring your freedom mean? It means you're taking the bold step to say, I am off this device. I will not see anything until X time, and then to honor it. That's when you're going to know the level. If you're not sure, or you're like, yeah, no, whatever. If you're not sure, 1 hour. And if you can't start with an hour, start with 15 minutes. And you declare, and that's the key, is the declaration. And it's not meant to be harsh. It's just a declaration of your own freedom that says, do a broadcast to everybody, one simple text that just says, I will be off all devices from this time to this time. And that's it. And then do something with that time that brings you joy, that reminds you of who you really are, that is outside of the distraction. Even if it's just to take that moment in meditation to notice the depth of the distraction and how it's been taking you away. And this is why I had to come to you live today. The moment at hand in this time out of time experience is very much a freeze frame. And in your freeze frame, what are you really seeing? Who's the players behind the players? Who's the one that maybe was the dearest to you that is now the one that actually was carrying the biggest knife? Who's the angel in form? Who's the one that is before you now? Look at all, I'm giving you all the things and none of them, right? Just witness. All you need to do is, in the witnessing in each person's freeze frame, the gift of this conscious moment is that you just connected right here, right now. Because we are all being gifted with greater vision and greater clarity. Ascension itself right now is a confusing experience and energy because of the fields, and especially in the spinning of the five medicines, the fields that are trying to cast the spell of lateral experience fed through the ego. The ego is a wonderful playground, isn't it? And when we can lift to be the witness, witnessing the witnesser, to be the witness again, ninth, seventh, fifth, third dimensional frequency, that's the gift. And you're going to want to pay attention. Notice and really notice, do the erase often. I encourage you, after watching this video, go watch the erase video. It's right here at Official 𝐟𝐸 Kira in YouTube. Watch it, learn it. I want to say one more thing, is that remember, if you're getting any of these other symptoms, and it's just a notice to hold your boundaries, right? How about headaches, depression, random thoughts, distractions? Watch your neck pain, upper shoulders. Are you able to really bring those hands, really bring it there? Or is there a wing, a resistance? Notice your heart. Notice your posture. Notice all of that. Notice the potentiality of a distortion of the spine from constantly being in this position. If you're constantly in this position, how do you ever see what's right in front of you? You're training yourself not to see. And in that, you become very controllable, don't you? You have freedom right there. I want you to also go targeted possession. I'm pretty sure I have some videos on it here. Certainly, if you've been with me in Monday Mastery, we talk about it all the time. If you're not in Monday Mastery, get to 𝐟𝐸Kira.com and be there. Remember that target possession is rampant right now. It's really, really rampant, and it's coming in. And this was one of my other big wows today, was I literally could feel it, see it coming in. This is specifically more in the portable devices, but it's in all of them. It is in all of them. It's an emission frequency, as I mentioned earlier, that resonates with the planetary thought body of fear. And this is the frequency that sustains all the harmonic frequencies that we co-create together into this world that we believe is real. So breathe that in. So I don't want to keep you too much longer. I do want to encourage you, go watch my current episode of Expanding Consciousness. I don't want to take more of your time right now, but it's right here at YouTube, or it's on amfm247.com. Ascension right now. There is an ascension, confusion, contradiction. How about some clarification? How about relaxing into your multidimensional being and to just remember the truth of who you are, beyond the fear, beyond the doubt, beyond the hesitancy, and really give yourself permission. Give yourself permission. Start with 15 minutes. Erase. Notice if you're having any of the symptoms. And with all my heart and soul, come visit me here in Ecuador. Let's learn how to do the things that are our way of being and have always been together again. The universe is calling you to say, hey, it's time. Let's remember what fresh air smells like. Let's look at blue skies with zero chemtrails, not even any planes. There's no noise out there. Let's stare at the Andes Mountains and remember pristine forests. And then let's bottle that in our own conscious awareness and bring it out. Because no matter where you are, this exists in you. And that's why you're here right now. And that's why I was given the honor and the gift to be the custodian of this extraordinary paradise. Because this little ground zero, and I know there's many more ground zeros around the world, we are holding, as are you. This is trying to take it away from you. You can command it. You don't have to get rid of it. You don't have to never see it again. You can command it. You can command it. You're not the victim here. Remember, you are the eternal life force itself, generating from a 0-point field in a torus of creation. In this experience of formed reality, through the sacred sequence of incarnation. I love you with all my heart. I'm also excited that we are going to be coming together more often. I'm probably going to start doing this. Try not, maybe every day. I don't know. But what I know is that I want more time with you. And I love you. And if you have anything to share, put it in the comments, please. And of course, our email is support@selfascension.com. I'll see you guys.